It is sad to say this, but Shinpei Nagai, the new series director of One Punch Man Season 3, has officially left Twitter, and it's honestly heartbreaking. If you didn't know, Nagai was one of the few anime directors who actually interacted with fans, shared production insights, and was open about the challenges he and his team face. But after the chaos of this week, and yes, the drama involving that Nicholas Light video, well, he decided to delete his account entirely. So yes everyone, I'll be covering this and also give my personal thoughts on it. I'll just use my voiceover today because somehow I look like black sperm apparently. But yeah, I'll take it I guess. So yes everyone, let's rewind a bit. This whole mess started when Nagai tweeted, "It's sad to see kind fans who had high expectations get angry and curse, saying you betrayed our expectations." Now, this was clearly him expressing regret that he couldn't meet the expectations of fans who believe in the project. But somehow, Mr. Main Character of the Universe, Nicholas Light, thought it was about him and made an entire video called "The Director of One Punch Man Season 3 is upset at me." Oh my goodness. Drama! Well, in his video, Nicholas actually did start it decently. He mentioned the real problem being the production committee and scheduling issues, which is fair. But then he decided to throw in this line being,
"You're giving this studio, this director, a hentai director." I'm not discrediting his work, by the way.
Wait. What did you say? If you are not discrediting him as what you claim, why even bring it up? Yes, he worked on an adult animation over 15 years ago, but that doesn't erase his talent. If that logic applies, then should we all call Akiyuki Shinbo, the director of Monogatari, a hentai director too, just because he did an adult OVAs in the early 2000s? Or maybe should we all call Wailing Zhang, one of the best webgen animators right now, a hentai animator just because he worked on a project last year? It is such a weird label to keep attaching to someone when the context clearly doesn't matter anymore. So again, if you are not even quote-unquote discrediting him, well, you claim that you're not discrediting him, why even bring that up? So yes, later in his video, Nicholas said all the right things. He talked about the impossible schedules, low budgets, bad production environments, all good points. But here's the issue. If you acknowledge the stuff is under terrible conditions, then why keep trashing the finished episode like it's a total dumpster garbage hot trash? That's the hypocrisy. You can't claim we're not blaming the director, it's the committee's fault, then turn around and roast the episode that the same director and stuff made under those conditions. That is like saying, "Oh, I'm not calling you bad at your job, I'm just calling your work trash." Bro, that's the same thing. Again, I only have one thing to say, and that is action speaks louder than words. So if you're actually claiming that you are hating or giving your frustration towards the committee, then what are these? Is this your way of not blaming or directing the frustration towards the stuff? Because fun fact, the stuff are also the one that made the episode that you have been watching, and also at the same time that you have gave these type of comments.
Sliding down the stupid fucking grass like you're sliding, you're dragging a PNG down the goddamn fields. There's no excuse. Who the fuck is making excuses for this shit? An accurate depiction of this fucking episode. They just want to surprise us with shit every fucking week. They don't care about the season itself. It's been 6 fucking years, and this is what we get. We get this fucking shit.
And then later in this video, he talked about how this lonely guy on Twitter defending director Shinpei Nagai, and he said something like,
"Yeah, I'm an ass kisser, dick sucker. You are the fucking problem.
You're the reason why we get the One Punch Man Season 3s, the Uzamakis by Junji Ito, the beginning after the ends, the Berserk CGI bullshit."
Wait, what? I didn't know fans had the magical power to control the production committee's decision, man. Oh wait, cause they don't. Mr. Nicholas, do you seriously think the people that you're saying in suits and ties in the production committee actually care what the casual fans says online? They clearly don't. They care about the profits. If an IP doesn't make financial sense, they won't invest much in it. So no, defending a director doesn't somehow enable those bad production decisions. At the same time, watching and also complimenting a show doesn't mean it's a nod towards a bad production decisions. And yes, criticism is valid. You don't have to defend everything. But when criticism turns into a cherry-pick rage, of course people will defend the person being bombarded. Nicholas also says this.
Deadly negativity gets more views. Even those who are praising it are being rated by negative comments trying to manipulate them. No one's trying to manipulate them. Your toxic positivity is trying to manipulate the truth.
So apparently when people point out good parts of an episode, that is somehow toxic positivity, but when you aggressively bash the show, that is truth? Dear kind sir, that is not how discussion works. Criticism isn't automatically truth and positivity isn't automatically lying. You can criticize something while still recognizing what it did right. It's called balance, and that is definitely something that you don't have. It's a really hypocritical statement because you're saying when we are complimenting the good part of the anime, somehow that is being quote-unquote toxically positive, while the comments that you made towards the episode that are aggressive and sometimes even disrespecting the person working behind the scene itself, yes, you are talking about the scene that drew that particular frame itself as the truth. Mr. Kind Sir, read that again and tell me who is the one that is actually manipulating. Now, here's where it gets really sad because before director Shinpei Nagai deleted his account, he actually did clarify that he doesn't even know who Nicholas is, where he literally said this. I've blocked a few people that I was told to, but I don't even know who this guy is. I have nothing to say to him. Who are these people? Let's stop arguing and talk about something fun instead. He is clearly trying to not get into the drama so that he's not going to get in trouble when he actually works on the episode itself. So yes, Mr. Nicholas, he was not talking about you. So yes, those are pretty much it, and this is literally what Nagai said in his last tweet before he deactivated. So yeah, here it is. I have some rather unfortunate news. There are a few people among my followers who are pretending to be allies but are actually engaging in rage baiting. So I've decided to delete my account. Their actions such as taking statements out of context, trying to elicit comments that violate NDAs or turning them into profit are unacceptable and cannot be overlooked. I've always done my best for the fans with utmost sincerity, but I've come to the conclusion that continuing in this environment is untenable for this project. It's always the genuine fans who end up suffering the most. I cannot forgive those who tarnish the stuff's honor or exploit the struggles of the creators for profit through hate. Therefore, I will also be deleting Shinpei Nagai's account entirely. I will not create any accounts in the future either. I cannot overlook actions that degrade the work itself, so I ask for your understanding. Honestly, this is taking a toll on my mental health, and it only brings negative to the work, the staff, and the original creators. But such despicable behavior is unforgivable. To the fans who have been truly kind to me, I want to express my gratitude and apologies. It was truly enjoyable. So yes everyone, it's honestly pretty unfortunate that someone like Shinpei Nagai, a director who brought hope to fans and cared deeply about their expectations, had to leave this app all of this. But it is for the best. I am glad that he left because he deserves peace more than he deserves to keep reading these hates. And look, I might get backlash for saying all of this, but again, this is just my opinion. I'm not asking anyone to close their eyes to flaws because you can criticize and still respect the people behind the work. And yes everyone, I try to keep this video as composed and as honest as I could. And if this video ever gets taken down, I'll just re-upload without the clips because I'm not going to be silenced for speaking up about what's been happening in the One Punch Man community. Now, this video is not a hate video towards Nicholas Light. I'm just trying to find out what his message behind the Nagai's video actually is, and it's completely a 360. In that video, he's just proving more people points on why he is being hated by most part of the One Punch Man community. Look, I'm not here to promote bashing or harassing Nicholas Light for what he did, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty clear what's the problem here. He is doing something that is right. Yes, I can't deny that. He himself is trying to do something good, which is voicing out his opinion and his frustration towards an anime that is mistreated by the production committee. Unfortunately, the way he is conveying that message, the way he is trying to deliver what he's trying to say, just went into that chamber where people only hear, fuck One Punch Man. One Punch Man shit. This anime is like the worst thing ever. And that is when the hate train starts to go choo-choo. But again, I'm not fully blaming Nicholas Light for starting this hate train whatsoever, but he is the undeniable one of the biggest anime reactor out there that is spreading this quote-unquote hate towards the One Punch Man anime itself. Well, it is not particularly true that everyone that is hating on the anime or criticizing this anime was influenced by him, but unfortunately, the community will definitely blame on someone that has a higher name, and Nicholas Light TV is the one of the biggest influence towards this all quote-unquote hate. Same goes as director Shinpei Nagai. We all know the villain behind this are the production committee. People are saying Bandai Namco, but unfortunately, the hates goes towards the closest name that we can get, and that is Shinpei Nagai. This both situation reflects a lot, and it's pretty unfortunate that both are pretty much getting the hate that they quote-unquote deserves, but again, both are doing something right according to their own morale. It's just that Nicholas Light has went a bit overboard with how much he has been doing this kind of stuff. I understand the intention behind it, but it's not a surprise when people start getting more and more frustrated, more and more annoyed when you're doing stuff like this. But again, that doesn't justify bullying, harassing, or even bashing him. If you do this kind of stuff, you are literally the same as the one that is also harassing director Shinpei Nagai. It's really unfortunate that this has to be the drama that everyone has been talking about. Both are correct in their own morale. It's just that the other one are, well, unfortunately conveying it a little bit overboard. So yes, thank you for watching, and to quote the man himself, it was fun while it lasted.